I've been thinking long and hard about this. There's a new trend I'm seeing on Facebook. It's driving me insane. As you know, Facebook changed their algorithm again and people's posts aren't being seen anymore. Well, I run a business, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm friends with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. And I see this new trend of help. Facebook isn't showing my post to anyone. Please comment on this post to show Facebook you want to see posts from me. Hey, I'm Derek Halpern, and you're watching Planet Derek, the place entrepreneurs come to get ahead in business and in life. And the one thing that you can be sure of is I'm going to be that guy that gives it to you straight every single time. And let me tell you, this new trend of begging for comments to be relevant again is easily the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's a quote. I don't know who said this quote right now. If you know, leave a comment, tell me who it was. But there was a quote, marketers ruin everything. It's partly true. But I don't want to say all marketers. I'm a marketer, I'm a sales guy, I'm a business owner. We don't ruin bad marketers ruin everything. And this is a perfect example of bad marketing. It's bad tactics. Look, I gotta be honest with you. If you're in the business of, getting your products out into the world, begging for these types of comments aren't gonna do shit, all right? All you're really doing is finding people who are willing to comment on your post, and it looks like you're appealing to pity. Robert Greene has a book called 48 Laws of Power, and it's really one of the best books that you probably could ever read. And one of the laws of power is how you should never appeal to someone's mercy or something like that. I think that was the exact law. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you love to correct everything else in my life, like typos and stuff. Hopefully we got the law of power right. But anyway, you never appeal to someone's mercy. And the reason why you don't do that is because the second you do that, it makes you feel weak and look weak. Now, if you want to look weak, fine, go that route. Vulnerability is in right now, but it's got to be strategic vulnerability. It can't be vulnerability around something as stupid like the Facebook algorithm, right? But if you want to appear weak, go for that. The point is that you look like an incompetent marketer and business owner if you start putting these types of beg posts out on the internet, and you shouldn't do it. Instead of begging for comments, what you should be doing is testing the types of things you share on Facebook and seeing the response. It's not Facebook ruining your content. It's your content ruining your content. And you should be testing what gets engagement. And then you should lean into that. Now here's the thing. Just because it gets engagement doesn't mean it's good. You could post about every tragedy in your life and you will get a lot of supportive comments. But it's not going to be people who are trying to buy from you. It's going to be from people who want to feel sorry for you. But you should be testing content. And remember, more comments isn't always the right answer. So you want to test comment, see responses. Now, how do you test? What do you test? Well, you should be testing types of content, meaning maybe blog posts, videos, pictures. That's one example. You could also be testing the actual content itself. You could do teaching, storytelling, proclamations. You could do things along the lines of education, news breaking. You could do things like that. You could test the type of content that you're sharing, not just the form, but the type. The next thing you can do is you can experiment with short form, long form, or super long form and see if length matters. Now, if length doesn't matter, you can start experimenting with topics. Now that you're not going the route of storytelling or whatever, you experiment with specific things. Like maybe you talk about relationships. Maybe you talk about it from the guy's angle. Maybe you talk about it from the girl's angle. You could do topics. This is the sort of thing you need to be doing. Begging for comments to get engagement is a short-term solution that may trick the algorithm, but I promise you they will figure it out. Instead, you should be putting your effort towards creating different types of content and seeing the response. Now, I know the number one question you're going to ask me is this: how do you know if it's working? And I don't have an answer for that. I can't answer that. You have to use your gut at that point. You have to see the responses. I look at this video, right? People are asking me, Derek, why do you do this daily video? How do you know it's going to do anything? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do anything. When I went to a couple of events, though, people came up to me and said, hey, Derek, I really like your daily video. Now, to be honest with you, I assumed they were lying and never even watch the videos. Why, you think that's funny? But it's true. When you do a speech at a conference, you get off stage, everyone says, I love your presentation. They know that I'm doing this new daily video. They want to make a good impression. I love your daily video. I take all of those compliments and I laugh at them because I don't actually believe them. However, here's how I know this daily video is making a difference. When I go to events, people say, I love your daily video, and then they'll say, I watched this one video where you talked about this. I really appreciated that. That really rang home for me in this way. Would you ever be willing to expand on it? A specific comment. Now I know they're not lying. I guess I'm also teaching you, if you ever meet me, how to trick me into thinking that you watch my videos. But anyway, the point still is, you have to look for these types of comments, take it with a grain of salt, and then make a gut-wrenching decision about whether or not it's truly working. So for now, I'm making content every day. I feel like it's working. You're watching it right now, and that's why I know it's working. So back to the point of Facebook. Just because Facebook isn't showing your content, the solution isn't begging. The solution is make better content, and the only way you can do it is by testing it. Leave a comment below this video. Let me know what you think. Like it, subscribe. See you tomorrow.